Next week, a man is set to appear before a Radford judge for allegedly sex trafficking a woman in the New River Valley. This man, Frank Smith of Florida, was arrested back in October after an undercover investigation. Earlier this month, 6 men were arrested as part of a sex trafficking investigation in Campbell County. All suspects were local to Central and Southwest Virginia and range in age from 27 to 56. January is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month, and while you may not think that trafficking happens near you, as I found out, it can happen anywhere from big cities to small towns, even among families. And despite growing awareness, meeting the growing need to stop the cycle and support survivors is an even bigger challenge. Tucked away in the Blue Ridge Mountains is a safe haven for human trafficking survivors.
It's happening everywhere. It's not what you think in the movies. It's not Taken. It's happening in our backyards.
Rebecca Bruno is the executive director of the Lampstand. The nonprofit Safe Home opened its doors nearly 3 years ago for girls ages 12 to 17 who have been sexually exploited or trafficked.
We had someone on our wait list for about 6 months who was waiting to turn 12, which is just truly horrific.
I think most people would not expect that human trafficking is happening in their own neighborhood or their own backyard.
Most people have that inner gut feeling when they think something's wrong. Trust that feeling. If it looks off, it is off. And you just have to be willing to report that.
According to the National Human Trafficking Hotline, 527 tips were reported in Virginia in 2023. Of those, 157 cases were identified, including 264 victims, 39 of them minors.
We have 64, we have 95, we have 85, we have 81. All of these throughout the state are that easy access for people to get from one state to another. And trafficking certainly does not stay in one state.
Karen Sterling is the deputy director with the Virginia State Police Bureau of Criminal Investigations. She says knowing the true depth of the issue is difficult because it's often underreported or undetected, and it can happen anywhere.
Traffickers can be family members. Traffickers can be high school friends, they can be teachers. I mean, really, the problem is that victims have this broad appearance, but so do the traffickers.
So how do you fight something you can't always see?
It really has to involve the community for it to work.
Bruno and Sterling say it starts with education.
Unfortunately, the average age of a trafficking victim in the United States right now is 12. So that's why we focus so much on prevention education and getting into our area high schools and middle schools, because 12 is middle school.
We need to probably get away from looking at prostitution as prostitution, because there's very little true prostitution in this day and age. It's very easy to control another person. It's just a matter of what that person needs and what you've offered to provide.
The Lampstand Safe Home is the only facility of its kind in the Commonwealth. And with only 8 rooms, they're nowhere near meeting the need.
In the last year, we've had about 70 different referrals throughout the state. We'll see. We need more beds and we need more hands to be able to serve them.
This month, Virginia State Police launched a new awareness campaign targeting college campuses across the Commonwealth. The goal is to educate students, faculty, and campus police how to recognize and respond to human trafficking. And if you want to report suspected trafficking, you can call 911 or pound 77 to reach state police directly. You can call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888 or text 233733. You can also text VSP followed by your tip to 847-411. There are so many other ways to report trafficking online and even anonymously. We'll have a full list on our website, including a list of resources for survivors and warning signs to look out for.